Is your child with selective mutism about to transition from primary school into secondary school? Well, let's talk about it today. In today's video, I really want to concentrate about the transitioning to secondary school because this is one of the questions that we get asked all the time. Now, let me tell you that planning for this big change is super important because you've got to make sure that you give it enough time and thought. And I'm sure that you're worried about that. Let me know how old your child is and if he's transitioning to secondary school. So going to a new school or moving to a new class, it is nerve-wracking for every child. We need to do or to take little steps in order to make it smooth and successful, especially for your child with anxiety and selective mutism. Now, what I want to share with you today is about to give you a super helpful tips, both for parents and professional. So stay tuned until the very end. So moving to secondary school is a bit different than moving from or to primary school. And we've definitely need to plan early. Maybe your child has been making loads of progress and there is a chance that, speaking to more people. However, we want to make sure that we have everything right. So let's talk about this big transition. And this video is one of a series because I want to explain step by step. So make sure that you subscribe and you follow the other videos as well, that they will come after this. So one of the big thing, it's about planning. It's a big deal, trust me. So starting a new school, changing school, or even changing classes can be a major event for loads of children, right? So, but especially for your child that is suffering from anxiety and selective mutism, it can be very challenging because your child is anxious by nature. They don't really know what the changes are going to look like. So you might notice changes in their behavior, bedwetting, sleep problems, speaking less even at home. So because I know change is tough for any child, but with children with selective mutism, we really need to handle it carefully and efficiently. So we need to create an anxiety-free environment where your child can really work on their communication skills. And also, we don't want to lose any progress that your child has made because we want to keep the momentum and we want to prevent regression. We want children to adapt to the new environment, feel confident, and ultimately continue to make progress and no longer have selective mutism. One of the most important things is that both schools need to get on board with the good practices. So this means listening to advice from professionals. So in the UK, from SLTs, educational psychologists, you if you're the parent, and we want to create a team around the child. We want to work all together, plan a successful transition in order to meet the child's social, emotional, and communication needs. So teamwork is key, right? I feel like, one of those coaches. Come on, let's create something special. We know that when your child is at that age of moving to high school, they are usually pretty self-conscious and they know what is going on. They know about their difficulties with selective mutism and they might see secondary school as a fresh start. That could be a really positive thing. So a chance to be known for something other than the child that doesn't speak. And that's great, but it's also important to remember that if things don't go exactly as planned, it's not a failure. What I want to share with you is a best practice. You can try out the strategies that I'm going to mention and tweak them to fit your child's need. But just remember, every child is different, so you need to adjust accordingly. So let's talk about choosing a secondary school. It's never too early to start thinking about this, and depending on where you live, You might have a few schools to choose from, or maybe just one option. Either way, it's a good idea to reach out to the school when your child is at the end of the primary school. Get in touch with the educational needs coordinator, or the person that deals with children that need support. Find out how much they know about selective mutism, what kind of support they offer, and you want them to understand your experiences in primary school and figure out the best way to help your child and to create a team around the child. And obviously, don't forget, go and visit the schools with your child. Go to open days, try to visit the school when the school is shut, just before you make the big decision. And once you've picked the school, then you really have got to create a plan. And that is going to be key to make everything go smoothly. So here you have it. Planning, or the first part of planning to secondary school, is a big deal. But you need to do some preparation. You need to start chatting about the school. In the next video, we will talk about what does the plan look like. Now, this and many other topics is stuff that I talk about in my Steps to Brave Talking course, where you can meet other parents. If you want to know more about it, you can download the free PDF and many other stuff, and you'll find the link in the description below. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you some more stuff about secondary school, and let me know what is your experience. And I'll see you in the next video.